What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Chris. That's Tyler. That's Drake.
Woo!
And Tyler, episode 7 of the big show. How excited are you?
I am very excited.
That's good because you're starting off the show. What do you got for us, Tyler, on that Xbox news?
Xbox
1.
Correct.
Yeah.
Despite the beta, Destiny will launch with a resolution of 1080p.
That's 1080p, 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 not 900p, but 1080p.
Woo! Tomorrow, Xbox One users can play the beta, which runs at 900p, but Bungie has confirmed that the actual game will ship with a resolution of 1080p. Thanks to the June Xbox One update, which gave developers more of the GPU, Bungie was able to beef up the resolution for release. IGN has a video up that shows the Xbox One version running at 1080p.
I've not watched that version because I can barely get 720p video to run at this household. So, that 1080p will work.
Mine worked earlier today.
No shit.
What are you getting? I had a 720p.
What are you getting for internet connection speed?
I don't know.
I just tested. It was like 3 something. And I'm like, really?
Well, that's awful.
That is awful.
I think ours is up at like 6 or so, where it's supposed to be.
Gosh. Ours is fucking
not where it needs to be, but where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So anyhow, yeah, the beta prior to this update that they gave the Xbox, they weren't allowed access to the GPU horsepower that they are now. So
for the Kinect.
So obviously it is making a difference. People wondered if it would or not, but
obviously
it is making a difference.
Bungie's like, yeah, it makes a difference.
Not that we care. We've never been into this resolution thing, but anyhow.
Xbox One Blu-ray update coming soon. This update includes 3D Blu-ray playback along with giving Xbox users the ability to download games from Smart Glass and Xbox.com. About damn time.
Yeah.
The activity feed will now be displayed in a single column list. Users will also be able to post and like comments as well as post game clips on your feed to share with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
The controller will also receive an on-screen notification when the Xbox One controller is running low on battery. Also, the controller will now vibrate when the Xbox button is held down long enough.
Why? The next time, I don't know. It's weird.
What am I holding it down? When I'm holding it down to like turn it off, but
you hold the Xbox One.
Yeah, just for like a couple seconds, and then the little menu pops up, and I can turn off the console or the controller.
Yeah, well, that's when it would happen.
It would just go bzzz.
Basically.
Kind of like a phone.
Yeah. And you said that also closes applications too, right? No.
If you tap it, it just goes to the home screen.
What if you want to close that application?
Then you have to like hit the freaking menu button.
Okay.
Click quit.
Okay. See, I'm not an Xbox fanboy.
Don't understand that one.
On this PS4 controller, you hold the PlayStation button, then you're allowed to close the application if you want to.
That would actually be really cool if that was a third option that popped up. Would just be close application, like shut it down completely. That would be cool.
Because you're saying
in
order to close the application, you have to go through the menu.
That or just turn around and open something else.
Yeah.
Because it automatically closes.
Yep. Options are always nice, Tyler. We always talk about that. So.
I like options.
Why not?
Quantum Break is not affected by the recent closing of Xbox Entertainment Studios.
We already said that it probably wouldn't be last week, just for the record.
Right.
Yep.
In a statement to Polygon, Microsoft confirmed that the game and show were not affected by the recent closure of Xbox Entertainment and is still on track to be released next year as planned. Microsoft also mentioned that they still plan to show new footage from the game and show at Gamescom.
Tyler,
woo!
You reminded me of this last week. I was ecstatic.
We were excited.
I cannot believe it. Just still don't know anything about that game, which, like you said, is perfectly fine. Want to go into that experience dark? It'll be awesome. And Remedy's done great things before. Max Payne, Alan Wake, you name it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
not worried about it at all.
It'll definitely be special. Just had one other news topic quick here. Spec Ops: The Line, Tyler, may never receive a sequel. In a recent interview with GameStar, the team at Jaeger expressed that they were okay with Spec Ops: The Line being a standalone experience. The managing director also explained that it would be a huge risk to try that formula again. Jaeger is now working on Dead Island 2 and Dreadnought. I don't know what the hell Dreadnought is. I didn't even bother looking it up, but
I heard of it.
The studio's moving on. First off, I think one of the reasons why the game didn't sell, marketing wasn't too great, but it's called Spec Ops: The Line. Now, when you play the game, you know what they're getting at, but I'm going to get this mic closer to me, Tyler. Spec Ops...
Closer.
Spec Ops: The Line. What kind of shitty name is that? Now I got it too close, Tyler. I mean, that's one of the worst names for a game ever, right? Has to be.
It's like you're playing Spec Ops.
And then there's a fucking line.
Crossing the line. Either you're dirty, crossing the line,
Oh, man.
or you're crossing the enemy lines,
Oh.
which is also dirty.
A lot of blood, a lot of dust, a lot of sand in that game.
Sandy.
Yeah, Drake experienced some sand in Uncharted 3. And yes, I just petted his foot. Get over it.
I was going to ask. Good.
You don't want to know what goes on in this room with Drake, Tyler. You don't want to know.
I feel sorry for Drake.
He abuses me. Okay? So you should feel sorry for me. On to the PlayStation news, Tyler. Yeah.
PlayStation.
Ding. Naughty Dog is considering another entry in the Last of Us franchise. Oh my gosh, really? That is so interesting.
Oh man, I didn't see that coming.
It's only sold 7 million. Yeah. Naughty Dog
soon to sell another 7.
Probably. Naughty Dog's community strategist Arnie Meyer told VideoGamer.com that it would be a disservice to ourselves and the fans if we didn't explore the continuation of the franchise. Meyer went on to explain the studio's thought process when it comes to sequels. Quote, "It really comes down to, is there something interesting in this universe we've created that we want to continue or explore? Is it something that we can get the entire team passionate about? Is it something we can get creative directors excited about, and then we could continue it?" End quote. You can definitely tell that's a quote. She noted that they have just begun the decision process, which means nothing is guaranteed, but I think it's safe to assume that a sequel's coming.
Oh yeah.
And there is plenty. I can answer that question for you. There is plenty to do in that universe. So, no worries there if you're a fan. Some more Last of Us news. The Last of Us will be performed live in LA. Yesterday, Sony announced that The Last of Us One Night Live will include a live reading of select screens from actors under the direction... Scenes, from the actors under the direction of Neil Druckmann. Gustavo, the musician, will provide certain songs from the game's soundtrack on the eve of the PS4 release. Tickets are free for the event, which takes place at Broad Stage, it's a weird name, in Santa Monica on Monday, July 28th, 7 Pacific, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Woo! There.
Good job.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. You need to watch. And when we were coming home from St. Ho today, I was watching that video.
That's
you
kind
heard
of
the audio.
That's kind of an oxymoron or something. Saint Ho doesn't really go together. Contradiction. There we go.
Yep. Anyhow, so you need to watch. There's a video up. I believe that Naughty Dog produced, and anyhow, it just shows one of the mocap scenes from that game. It's just incredible what these actors do. And so this is really cool, and I think this will be an eye-opener for people when they go and watch these actors act, because in my opinion, they're working a hell of a lot harder than Hollywood actors do, because they're playing around with fucking foam, Tyler. This foam, this little foam brick is a gun, and
you would think that they would shape the foam into something.
I mean, sometimes they do, but sometimes not. It's bizarre. You gotta watch it.
Get a little confusing or something.
Yeah, definitely. So that's very cool, and it's a cool way to get people pumped for the game. And a lot of people, I mean, the people that are gonna watch this, people are gonna attend this. These are gonna be people that are diehard fans. So diehard, like me. I'm not attending, but I will watch it. Tyler, we got some lightning news.
Lightning news. I'm impressed with that.
If we can perfect that every week,
there we go.
I'll be excited. The Last of Us will fill up hard drives with a 50 gig download. Media Molecule teases their PS4 game by showing it glitch out. Check the IGN video to watch that. Glitch out. That's awesome. Korean game rating entries show that the unfinished Swan will come to Vita and PS4. Love that game. Xbox EMEA will lose 75% of its employees as the Microsoft layoffs affect the UK. Assassin's Creed Memories will be a free-to-play mobile card battle game for iOS that will launch later this year. Yes!
Who the hell wants to play that?
Go Ubisoft, go Assassin's Creed.
Okay, Assassin's Creed, you're already thinking something sketchy here, and then you come over and it's free to play. Oh, holy shit. Mobile? Fuck no. Card battle game? What the hell?
iOS. Did you include that?
Yeah. Done.
Says the guy that...
Hey, but it's coming out this year. Can't say that about a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's coming out this year, because most of the games are shit.
So nobody wants it.
No offense to anybody, but
except Ubisoft. Because you're going to waste your time with a shitty game like that.
Yeah.
Offense to them.
Exactly. Tyler, one of the things I don't have on there, it was just kind of announced today.
Why didn't you put it on there then?
Because...
You're lazy.
Life happened.
You're lazy.
It's because I had to help you.
My problems.
I had to help
my life problems.
Your phone problems, Tyler.
My phony problems. All right, what is this news?
Maybe we'll get to that later.
No, what is this news?
Basically, this play campaign, they do this every year with some small indie titles. So I'll just go ahead and list them out and just explain the process. Rogue Legacy launches the July 29th. The Swapper launches August 5th. Ho-Ho-Cum, a.k.a. the Sperm Game.
Sperm Game! Oh, I love that game.
Launches August 12th. And Counter-Spy, which I'm excited for, launches August 19th. So the deal is every week these indie titles come out. And the thing is, they're all kind of grouped together. You can pre-order all of them and receive $10 back through the PlayStation Store. You can you can buy 3 of them and get $6 back. You can buy 2 of them, get $3 back. So it's kind of an effort to up those guys' sales, and it's really cool. They do it every year, and this year has a better lineup than last year, as far as I'm concerned. The Swapper, that game's been out on Steam for a while. I'm not really excited about any of these games except Counter-Spy, to be honest with you. Not excited about that Sperm Game. If you want to play the Sperm Game, Tyler, I think it's going to be available for PS3 as well. So you can get a PS3 or a PS4.
Like you said, why would you go buy a PS3 when everything's on the PS4? If I had a PS4, then we can play something multiplayer.
Yeah, that brings up a good point I want to get into. My cousin asked me. Yeah, exactly. My cousin asked me if he's thinking about getting a PS3 and what I thought of it, because he knows I'm really into video games. And I said, well, that's going to cost you $200 new. And that'd probably be for a shitty hard drive anyway. I think that's what the 12 gig one is selling for right now. So,
that's
yeah, it is sad. And so anyhow, it's like if you pay an extra $200, you're going to get the PS4, which will be supported.
And a bigger hard drive.
Yeah, and 500 gigs. Yeah. It'll be supported longer than the PS3. PS3's probably got 2 more years of support, and then Sony will stop supporting it. So, definitely amazing that we haven't seen a price drop yet. And I don't think we've seen one from Microsoft either for the 360. I don't believe so.
I haven't really paid attention, so...
Well, yeah, but I don't think so. I haven't seen news about it, so why not? I mean, these consoles... The Xbox One is now $400. It's really not much more expensive for people to go out and buy these new consoles, so I just...
Yeah.
Don't really understand that, but... Because you would have thought that. I mean, they lowered those prices. I mean, they're ridiculous prices, but... Oh, well. People keep buying them.
It's their push to
get the
the
rest
new
of the
consoles.
Yeah.
Because if they drop the old console price, then a lot of people shell their money on that and then not get a new console for a while.
That could be true. Maybe that's
I can see that. I can see that from like Microsoft and Sony's points, but at the same time, it's like a sale is a sale. You lower the price, you're gonna make the sale on that.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed. Also, Halo Nightfall news. The first picture of Agent Locke has been released. I don't think you've seen
I
this.
haven't seen this.
There he is. He apparently does a whole bunch of other shows that are listed there. Why don't you tell us what they are?
It doesn't say it there. Okay. The image, which you can see below, features Mike Coulter.
Coulter.
Best known for his roles in The Good Wife and The Following. Though he was originally...
Must have been season 2. I don't remember.
Though it was originally reported he'd play a rising star called Marlowe. Multiple sources now confirm he instead is set to play the new Spartan assigned a key role in Halo 5 Guardians. Okay.
Tyler's amused because my phone works, and he's...
Oh gosh, that's not even.
Don't get you started.
Don't even get me started on that. Basically, phone companies need to shove it
up the ass.
All of them.
All of them need to shove it up the ass. One more thing I wanted to mention here, Tyler, is let's see here. The 6 Axis, they've kind of got an article here that's interesting. And they say that The Last of Us Remastered, the hype, it's kind of playing into a potential storyline because apparently Meyer spoke also with Digital Spy, and she basically said that The Last of Us Remastered has kind of helped, potentially making a Uncharted remake, because the interest has been there. As Shuhei Yoshida has already said, there's more PS4 users out there that didn't own a PS3 than there are PS3 users that have switched over. So, yeah, we might see that. So I thought that was a little interesting note too. So
okay,
which makes sense. They see something's going to be successful. Why not do that to your other franchises? So I think you'll continue to see that. I was kind of disappointed that the Lightning News article, where we talked about the Unfinished Swan coming to Vita and PS4. What it seemed like is that development studio was working on that port, which is very disappointing because, God, that game came out a long time ago, and they don't have anything else better to work on. That's my only problem with it, but
I can see that.
I don't know. I don't know how big that studio is, but kind of disappointing as far as I'm concerned. So, Tyler, you got any more news? Anything else? Anything Halo? We always ask you got Halo news?
You had the Halo news, so.
Well, yeah, but is there something
really...
else? I mean, you're the one that's watching, the Halo backlogs, all the speculatory shit. I don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, I haven't really picked up anything recently. So.
Okay. Uncharted the same. They're apparently trying to hit 1080p, 60 frames per second for the next Uncharted. So, very excited about that. You say good grief, but Tyler, that's what happens when you get over here at 9 o'clock.
No, I said good grief to the fact that we've only been talking for 22 minutes. We can't quit now.
Well, no. Gosh.
We'll just sit here and look pretty.
Okay, we can't.
See, you can't last very long. I was going to do this for like a good 5 minutes and see how many people stop watching.
Tyler, trust me, they've already tuned out the second they heard your voice.
They probably didn't even turn it on.
Oh. Tyler, I've got a device back there. Why don't you hand it over to me? The Hauppauge HD PVR rocket. I wanted to talk about this thing.
Piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit. Tyler,
the expensive piece of shit, like my phone.
Exactly. So I got this thing, probably June. And, I got it at the end of school. At the end of school. So it must have been May.
Or late April.
Yeah. Anyhow, got it. Initially thought it was fine. But I immediately ran into issues a couple weeks after where the recorder would automatically shut off for no reason. And then as soon as it shut off, if you hit the record button again, it would start recording. Didn't matter what you were recording on, whether it was the PS3, PS4, PC,
Xbox.
Matter. Yeah. And so now they have the USB cord is over there too, Tyler. Hand me that. There we go.
Oh my gosh, it's longer than I thought it was.
Yeah. So they give you 2 USB ports that you can...
Because one isn't good enough.
Basically. But see, the red one you're supposed to use if you're recording directly from the PS3 or PS4. So if I'm just using that device, I don't have a computer hooked up, use the red cord. If I'm using the PC to record footage, you're just supposed to use the black cord. I called a representative because I was trying to get our big show intro montage. I was trying to get all those clips and we were having issues. Mm-hmm. I called a Hauppauge representative and they said that go ahead and plug both of them in, which is contrary to the instructions that were put in the manual. So I went ahead. It seemed to fix the problem. But recently, I've had issues where the video and audio are getting out of sync. And if you've ever edited video before, nothing pisses you off more than video and audio that are out of sync. And I really wanted to do an Uncharted montage. So I played through Uncharted Drake's Fortune, okay? Didn't really have a need to go look and see, how it was doing. I mean, because I'd glance over there once in a while. Yeah, it's fine.
Still working.
It's got the occasional screen tearing, but that's just how awful Drake's Fortune is graphically. So I went to go start putting together this montage, and I noticed that not only from the get-go is the video and audio out of sync, it randomly gets farther apart as the recording goes along. And this is 2-hour recording. So initially when I went to edit this, it's like, all right, it's however many seconds off. I can deal with that. So I line it up where it's pretty good, pretty accurate. And then a couple minutes later, it's off big time again. And what the fuck? I mean, what the hell is this thing doing? It really pissed me off. And I thought, I thought to myself, well, maybe it's just that game. Maybe it's just the PS3 because I am using an HDMI splitter, and I don't know if that somehow affects with the recording because I'm getting rid of the HDCP protection bullshit that the PS3 has, and then from there it hooks into the Hotpog HD PVR rocket. And so, anyhow, I thought maybe it's just the PS3. So me and Tyler, after we got done recording the Big Show episode 6, we go and we play through Destiny for the first time. And it was pretty awesome. We had some awesome commentary. I was just going to put the whole thing up. It was 2 hours, believe it or not. You probably believe it. You were there a while. But the thing that kind of plagued that whole recording is 20 minutes in, the video, and it doesn't matter if I'm viewing this through Adobe Premiere or, your Windows movie player. Mm-hmm. The video froze and then skipped ahead 10 seconds later. It just froze. And then at that moment, the audio was messed up. And then it just, from there on, it just kept doing the same shit.
It would just freeze and then...
It would freeze.
Cut out like 10 seconds or something. And
yeah, but the thing is, the audio, it didn't sync. It didn't do the same thing with the audio. The audio kept going, so the audio's still still correct, but the video's not. And we're commentating over the top of it, and I'm like, fine, but I'm done this time. So from this moment forward, we're using the Elgato. It sounds more sophisticated, too. I like it. Capture card. Yeah, that's a piece of shit. But anyhow, so far with the Elgato capture card, I haven't ran into any issues. The software is a hell of a lot more stable. It doesn't freeze on my computer constantly, which is a plus, believe it or not. So, I don't know. I'm really frustrated with this product. I talked to them last week about returning the device and getting a replacement because they believe, too, that something's wrong with it. I was supposed to receive an email. Have not received an email yet, so they are going to be getting a very angry call tomorrow. Because earlier in that week, I had told this guy about my Uncharted montage problems. And he said, okay, what's your email? I'll just send you the return information. Did not hear a single thing from him. So I contacted them Friday after we record the Destiny playthrough. Got the same answer. Yeah, we'll send you the information through the email. Again, nothing. So I'm pissed.
People aren't emailing you.
It's been a while, and I even fucking uploaded not on this channel, but my other channel. I uploaded what the hell the problem was. And I just showed them. Here's what it's fucking doing. And it doesn't matter if it's the MP4 or the other video format that I can't remember right now. So, I don't know what the hell this shit's wrong with this thing, but it really pisses me off. The TS format, that's what the other format is. So, that's what I've got to rant and rage about this week. What do you got, Tyler? You got something good.
What, my phone?
It's been a struggle for Tyler to
okay,
successful phone. Tyler's trying to figure out where the hell do I start?
All right, we're starting from the beginning.
Oh, God.
Ooh. About 2 weeks ago, me and my buddy Chandler, Chan
the Dan.
Chandelier. Chan the Dan is actually his Xbox gamer tag. You see that, man? It's the Dan. No, he lives on a lake near here, and so we started wakeboarding.
Sounds hot.
It's fun. It really is. It's really enjoyable.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, last week, a week ago today, actually, I went wakeboarding. It was all fine, whatever. Did a horrible face plant and kind of
fucked your shit up.
Gave myself a horrible headache for like a week. And then, so we got done. I went. got a bag out of my pickup, and I
By the
looked
way,
around.
Tyler-
Wait, what?
I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Ice is very good. Continue.
good to know. You know it's just frozen water, right?
I do.
All right. Well, anyway.
This ice is spiked, Tyler. Come on. You know how we do it around the Yazel household.
People probably actually believe you the way I'm acting. No, so I get my bag out of my pickup and I kind of look around. I'm like, where did I put my phone? Did I leave it by the grill? Because I usually just kind of set it by the grill. And all of a sudden I reach down, and grab my pocket and feel my phone in my pocket. And I just kind of sigh and take it out, and I look at it, and sure enough, there's a bunch of water under the screen. It's actually between, like, in the touch screen, so you can kind of move around the water.
Dumbass.
It happens to the best of us. Until you have a water-resistant phone.
Exactly.
So then I turn around, and I'm here on Straight Talk.
He's passed.
I'm kind of neutral with Straight Talk right now. Before I liked him.
You banged him every day. Now, it's gone cold.
They're getting old. No, so I had like an insurance thing. It's like a $50 deductible. I kind of filled that out. But I turned around and I was like, I kind of want a different phone anyway. So I went ahead and ordered a different phone. This little son of a bitch. ZTE Majesty.
What?
Yeah. That's why it's nicknamed Your Majesty on that, and it's like it's the king of no one cares. So I bought that thing.
That's the name of that phone.
It is. It really is. So I buy that thing, and I have my other one, and my replacements still.
You buy
coming,
Your
whatever.
Majesty.
I did. I bought my Majesty, and I'm gonna return it too. But it's making me mad. It's like unresponsive and just plain sucks. And
does it now?
yeah. So then like Chandler was wanting a different plan because his phone was breaking and different things with his contract. So I'm looking around. We're doing a bunch of research trying to figure out what to kind of do or change. And we're looking at all these different things. We're looking at Verizon, AT&T, US Cellular, anything. And I'm like, okay, AT&T doesn't get service adequately with me. Verizon doesn't get service adequately with him. It's really weird. It's just like you cross the Missouri River and it's like fucks you one way or another.
Yes, it does.
And so then we're kind of sitting with US Cellular because it has signal on both sides pretty well, I would say. Maybe not quite as well as like AT&T would on the Missouri side.
They got fair service.
But it's fair. Problem is
fair
for
as
me.
A bear.
Problem is for me, it would be costing me about base price without the insurance on the phone. It'd cost me about $16 over what I'm paying now.
A month.
But I'd get one of these babies. Top of the line phone just came out 2 months ago. S5 if you didn't freaking know. So I don't know. I was kind of willing to do it, but then I kind of looked at it and I'm like, oh, then overall, if you kind of divide it up, it'd be like $800 for the phone. Plus, I would be limited on my data. Because right now, I'm just unlimited data. Don't worry about it. They never cut me off. Fine. Never go over. No other charge. And then I kind of sleep on that, and then I kind of decide I don't really want to do that. There's other options I can kind of try. So I get the idea. I'm going to say...
After you take a shit.
Yeah. I get the idea, just like I emptied out the room so the idea could come in.
Yes.
There we go.
Sure. That's how ideas work.
And I'm like, ooh, well, I'm just going to say fuck you to these stupid cell phone companies and go out and buy a Verizon phone and then activate it on Straight Talk because they have a bring your own device thing.
Hooah!
I was reading around different things where it was like different things over the past couple years where like LTE phones wouldn't work, but then now they have LTE phones and things, and I'm not getting a straight answer either one way, so I'm just like, well, I might as well just go try it. Go to Best Buy, buy a phone.
Best Buy Mobile.
Best
Tyler.
Buy Mobile.
You
Well,
son of a bitch.
same fucking thing. So I go and I buy this phone. Phone seems alright. It's a Verizon phone, whatever. Try to activate it and things. It says it's not eligible, but then it says it is eligible. But then for some reason it keeps asking me like the kind of carrier it was, and it's only pointing me towards AT&T or T-Mobile, and I'm like, it's Verizon. So I'm not really getting an answer there. Open the phone up, and when the fuck did Verizon phones get SIM cards?
Yes.
Because as far as I knew, SIM cards were only to the GSM networks, and Verizon phones don't run off GSM technology. So I was confused on that one. If you know more about phones than me, congratulations.
GSM?
Yeah.
Okay.
GSM.
GSN.
Or CDMA.
GSN is
GS
Game Show Network.
M.
Okay. So, yeah, just wanted to clarify.
Good, sexy Movo.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so I buy this phone, I take it, and it's not really working for me, so I come home, call them up, and somehow I got a person almost like instantly. I've never done that before. Every time I've called Straight Talk, I've always had to wait at least a few minutes. This time,
they like
instantly on there.
They like to play with their nipples at Straight
people
Talk.
Aren't.
So.
They weren't busy today. I don't know. And I get this person, and
Their
I'm like,
nipples
I've
hurt.
got a question. He's like, I can't hear you. Speak up. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm yelling at this dude, and I'm like, I got a Verizon phone. Tried to play it off as a gift, so they didn't think I'm just stupid. And
You did that.
so I finally get my question out there. I'm like, I have a Verizon phone. I want it to do the bring your own device thing. And he's like, is it a 4G LTE phone? I'm like, yes, it is. And he's like, oh, well, we don't support LTE. And I'm like, bullshit. And he's like, no, on AT&T and some Sprint phones will work
so weird.
or fucking LTE. Some Sprint phones and most AT&T LTE phones will work with the Straight Talk service. However, anything Verizon that's 4G LTE won't. They're not compatible for some fucking reason. I don't understand it. It's stupid. Don't ask me why. They're just all dumb. So now I have to take that one back. So I'm going to return this one, get my money back after I get a phone that I can replace so I actually have a phone. Return the other one. Thank you, Best Buy. Sorry, I have to return it.
Best Buy Mobile.
And then, so I finally came up to an alternative. I am going to switch to US Cellular.
Whoa!
Wow! Which is what you have.
Whoa!
Except I'm going with no contract.
Whoa!
So the phone I found is like $400.
Whoa!
Which is fine.
Wow!
Because a plan-based thing would cost me more money, and it would end up being like an $800 equivalent phone. So this, I'm just $400 phone, and then I'm paying, I think, $5 more a month from what I'm paying now. The only issue I have with this, no contract phone, unlimited everything, unlimited data on this.
Unlimited your ass.
However, for the $50 a month plan, I get 500 megabytes of high-speed data. Everything else is slower after that. I don't know how much slower. I don't know what the hell that means. Why the fuck would you do it anyway?
That should not exist.
Straight Talk's the same way, except they have 3 gigs. It's the base price. You're not paying, like I could pay and get 2 gigs of high speed for $10 more a month with this US Cellular deal. I might end up doing that later on, but I'm just going to find out how much data I actually use. But like with Straight Talk, I think they have like 3 gigs of their high speed, which it's still only 3G, but they have 3 gigs of that, and then I think they start slowing people down, but nobody ever really passes the 3 gigs.
That margin.
On those phones, because they're mid-level phones.
I pass 3 gigs every month, so yeah.
But yet you're constantly watching videos.
Yeah, I am.
Like, I really don't. If I'm watching a video, it's not usually on data. It's on, like, a Wi-Fi connection, so. And with the phones I've had so far, not really great video watching devices. Now, if I had one like that, okay, yeah. Okay, the one I have, it's not quite as fancy. It's the same size as this phone.
Especially now at this stand time.
It'll have 720p instead of 1080p.
Look at that.
You'll probably never watch anything on your TV again.
Look at that.
You just watch your phone.
It's awesome.
But anyway,
go on.
Anyway,
Bob's your uncle.
I have gone through so many phones that it is ridiculous technically, with phones I've had my information on, so like had it been activated with a phone number for me, this is my 11th one, and I'm 21 years old. In the last 2 years,
It's like my phone business for a long time.
It's like my 8th phone in the last 2 years or 3 years. Because before that, I mean, I had a phone that lasted me like 2 years, and then I started texting too much. I had to get rid of track phone. Verizon phone, it broke. Another Verizon phone, it broke. Another Verizon phone, it broke. Straight Talk phone, it broke. Replacement Straight Talk phone was a piece of shit. Tried a trial run of both T-Mobile and a Straight Talk phone. Both didn't work like I wanted them to because, well, the Straight Talk phone ran off the T-Mobile network. Dumbasses, I told them not to. Wanted to try AT&T SIM card, but yeah, it don't work. I know more than you about my area. Why the hell did that turn again?
I don't know.
Fixing you.
Mine randomly fell down prior.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
And then I got the
Getting
phone.
so
Then I got
pissed.
the phone that I had prior to this one that I took swimming. Lasted me 11 months. Oh my gosh, it was like a new record for a while. And took it swimming. I mean, I didn't really have much problems with that LG Optimus Showtime.
Why couldn't you get another?
But now it's not available. It might be the replacement. They might send me one of those as the replacement, but like I'm going to wait probably another week before I get that replacement phone because I think my dad just took it to Dropbox today.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I wanted this at least as a temporary deal to do whatever, and I'm just sitting there. I was kind of wanting a new phone anyway, just because I couldn't get the new IGN app, which was really sad. And there was a few other things that it was just getting slow on. I mean, it was like a 1 gigahertz processor, it was a 4.3 inch screen. It was getting down there where I'm like, I just kind of want a little bit more. I mean, the phone I'm looking at, I think I'm looking at the Moto X. It's not top of the line, but I mean, it came out last year. I mean, the reviews and stuff I've seen of it, I don't have a problem with it. Doesn't have an SD card slot, but seeing as how this is like a total of like 5 gigs with my 4 gig micro SD card, I'm like 16 gig internal memory. I'm never going to max that out because I don't use it for my music. I use my stupid iPod.
Stupid is
Damn
the
Apple
correct
product.
word. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my crazy rant. Hate phone companies.
They really do screw.
The only ones that with good deals, because like T-Mobile does have good deals. That's just why I tried them once last year. But I don't got shit for service.
And really, when you think about it, all the other services you get in life really are easy, you know, compared to the fucking phone.
The hardest thing
It's
I
just
should have,
unbelievable.
it should be easy for me to go find a plan that fits me. That it should be easy, but it's not. The hard decision should be the phone. Like, oh, you're going to spend like $200 because of your contract, or you're going to spend $400 because you don't have a contract. Here's a list of phones. They all have different features, whatever. But no, it's like, oh, you can do this with contract price, this without it, and then it's like $750 phone, $400 phone.
Ridiculous.
And it's all stupid. And it doesn't make my headache any better because on Sunday I smashed my head again wakeboarding. So I still have a headache. I have had a headache for a week straight now.
I don't think you should go wakeboarding, Tyler. So it sounds to me like.
I will give it one more try. As soon as this passes, which might be another week.
If your dome gets rocked
If I do it again, I'm done because I really don't want to fuck myself up, which I think I already have. I was always like that.
That was prior to wakeboarding, Tyler. So.
Yeah. That means I'm still normal. If I start acting like this, then it's not normal anymore. And then you need to worry.
Okay. Tyler has lost his mind. It's okay. We all have. Oh, Tyler.
Woo!
Coming up on the channel this next coming week.
Coming up on the channel.
Some more Shippy demo.
Shippy demo.
Some more Towerfall Ascension.
Towerfall Ascension.
We're going to try to play Destiny again because before you came over, like an hour or
They opened it.
2 hours ago. Yeah,
Hell yeah. This time I get to play.
That's right.
This time I'm going to play.
And we'll talk
With
about
with my half a controller.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get into that a little bit before we sign off.
Ooh, Destiny. We're getting into Destiny. Okay.
Destiny, the beta.
Making sure I'm following it.
What we initially thought about. Obviously, we want you to view the Destiny playthrough that hopefully we'll record correctly this time.
Yeah.
But anyhow, what our kind of thoughts? What I took away is that it's a very fun Halo multiplayer experience that has a piss poor story.
Okay. Saying Halo multiplayer throws them off because they're thinking like arena-based multiplayer. So that would not be true. It's just got that the shooting mechanics and the way you kind of like move and things feels very like Halo stabilized, right?
But I've heard the maps, the Halo multiplayer maps. I haven't played any of them, but the map design even reminds me.
Oh,
probably.
So
yeah.
But I mean, I was just meaning the fact that like their multiplayer twist is nothing like Halo.
It is true. It is true. But we get that Halo gameplay feel. I guess
Which I mean, it's Bungie.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that same feel from it.
I guess when I said multiplayer, I'm thinking of like co-op. If Halo had that co-op option,
I got you.
That's what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We just probably confused everybody even more. Okay. Initial reactions.
Thoughts.
Looks gorgeous. Plays smooth. I think there was only one time where I saw any sort of like frame rate drop, and I think that was a connection problem with the beta.
Yeah, because we
With
lost
the beta.
connection.
There was one where you lost connection, but there was one when like some dropship came in, dropped a few guys out, and they kind of like jumped across the screen shortly. It was almost like if you blinked, you would have missed it, but it was there. But I mean, you're sitting here looking, it's a beta, like, and it's running this smooth. That's pretty incredible. The story doesn't feel very fluid. What little story is actually in the beta, which could be different from the actual game. Hopefully, it is not giving it a good representation. But I really hope to God.
We say that, but what are they going to change after this beta's over with? The story, it's done. That's done. They're not gonna redo all that. It's not too long.
I know, but I mean, like later in the game, there might be more story involved.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping. Not holding my breath for it. I'm just hoping. But I mean, just the fact that you're in one area and it just keeps pulling you back out. It pulls you out of the experience. It gives you like, here's a end of the mission screen to tell you your stats. It's a stats review screen, and I'm like, I don't want to see that when I'm playing a story-driven game or the campaign type.
That type of
playthrough. I don't want to see it. Just go to the next thing. And then the fact that it keeps pulling you back away from the area, like pulls you back into your ship, and then you're like, oh, I want to go back to the same area and do the next mission. Then you have to go through your little loading screen and then drop down to the same exact place. I'm like, just let me choose. Like, if you want to give me a button prompt, give me a button prompt when the mission ends. Just say, continue to next mission or return to ship. Short button prompt. And then if you say, stay, it just pops you back at like it was a pause screen. Pops you back in, you can just walk out. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And then it's like if people want to go back to ship, you have that choice. Honestly, it'd be nicer if you had a choice where to return to the ship just in the start menu. Don't give me that prompt. If you want to return after this mission's done, just don't walk back out. Just return to ship. Almost allow you to do that anytime.
And the thing that's so annoying is some missions you've already completed, okay? And then you go back in a later mission to that same exact area. You take the same exact path for a while, and it's like, so wait. This isn't exciting at all. This isn't giving me, new gameplay options as far as strategy-wise, how to conquer this area. It just, I don't understand it. I'm walking through the same fucking path I just did 2 hours ago. What the hell's the deal?
Yeah.
To tell a little, and let's be honest, you hated in Watch Dogs how the missions, it seemed like you really weren't doing a whole hell of a lot, and they were really short. That's exactly...
Short, choppy, broke it up, didn't feel like it was like very fluid. That's the problem, and that's why I don't really like a big open world game.
Except
Destiny does it with menus.
Except with Destiny, after you're done with the mission on Earth, it shits you back out into outer space to
just so you can drop back down on Earth in the same location. If you're going halfway across the world, fine, pull me back into the space. But
when that beta started, and when I initially got to play the first couple minutes of that game, I told you, I said, I'm hooked. I'm really excited. I'm getting this game. Okay?
Because it was fun.
That first
Gameplay is
mission.
fun.
Yes, that first mission, and even after that, when you have the cutscene there.
Well, the first mission
station.
actually felt like it meant, like it mattered. It meant something. It kind of seemed like a kind of a localized story kind of feel to it. And then it's like, and then things just kind of widen up where it's not exactly an open world, but it is. It's a linear open world. And with this linear open world, with an MMO twist to it, they don't keep you story driven.
And the thing is, mechanically and technically, they've done everything. They've done it all right. They've got everything there except the story. There's not a compelling story.
Which is half of what you need.
The ghost does everything for you.
Yeah.
That's annoying too. I mean, all you're doing is protecting the fucking ghost while it goes and scans some
why
shit.
do you have to have a button prompt for him to analyze something? Why can't you just walk up to it and he do it
Why
himself?
do we have to hold the button down for so fucking long in everything in that game?
That is probably going to be the most annoying part of anything.
To get out of...
hold the button down.
So wait, if I remember right, your stats or whatever come up. They shit up.
That one took forever.
They shit up after the end of your mission. And for you to get back to your ship, to go back down on Earth and complete another mission, you have to hold this fucking button. I believe it's the X button. You have to hold it for 5 or 10 seconds.
I was going to say, it's at least 5 seconds.
Time.
Oh, okay. You let go too soon? Start over. The only time I saw where that maybe has a purpose, which actually made it annoying purpose, was when you did it in the level. You need to get your freaking ghost out and analyze something, and an enemy popped up behind you and started shooting at you. Well, then it caused you to stop holding that button, and then he didn't pop out, and then you had to fight him off before you could go make him analyze it again. Honestly, I would have liked to see where you don't have to hold the button. You just kind of or if you hold it for like a second, maybe, instead of just tapping it, you kind of hold it for a second. Fine. But none of this weird crap. Hold it for a second. He pops out. This enemy pops up. You can start shooting him while this little dude's analyzing the thing. So it's like you're protecting him while he's working, like you did on the one level. Like, why do you have to kill everybody first?
I don't know, but I'm not a fan of that game. Totally destroyed my hopes of what... I was just looking for that game to be something I played this fall. Because, Tyler, everything else is... shit that came out last year. The Last of Us Remastered. I'll get that. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'll get that. These are all games that have already came out. That's all I'm getting. Unless...
Oh, you're going to be playing through Halo with me, though.
Yeah, and then Sunset Overdrive. But nothing on, I guess, on the PlayStation platform is really intriguing this fall. Drive Club, maybe. I'm more excited for Project Cars. No one's probably ever heard of that title, but... not going to get in depth about that, but that looks cool. Other than that, that's it. That's all I got. I was hoping The Witness is coming out, but I haven't heard a damn thing from Jonathan Blow, so probably not.
It's because his name's Blow.
Probably because, well, and Tyler, the game's going to be awesome. It's going to be a freaking awesome puzzle game. And when's that going to come out? It's going to come out in 2015, right when everything else comes out. It'll come out spring 2015.
Better yet, fall. When everything comes out.
Yeah. I still don't know how Uncharted's going to be done by 2015, but whatever.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see.
And we will see you later.